Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. So off camera, I just got to level 2 for conveyor belts. So I made this a lot more efficient. So these are constantly running now. And it does go to 120. Uh, so I'm pretty sure that each each higher level belt doubles in how many resources per minute can be done along it. So this is working to the most efficient. And so are these. So right now we are good on concrete currently. We are also very good I am a-okay with it being stuck there. But we also have things going into the awesome sink. Ooh, we have 2 coupons. Nice. But as you can see, I have already relocated the power. Now, where have I relocated it to, you may ask? Right up on the hill, up here. So, I will be doing a little bit of redesign here to make it look a little bit better. But, in essence, all I gotta do is come over here, put in here would be wood, and here is leaves, and they would automatically go into here. So because the biomass here is like, it's very, like this is full of biomass already. So, I'm gonna do this real quick. So I'm just gonna do that so that this is running again. But basically, it takes the solid biofuel from here that is being made by these constructors, turning it into solid biofuel. Then it's taking the solid biofuel, putting it into 9 biomass burners. That gives us a lot of leeway and a lot of time in order to do what we need. So, let's just get on with it then. So we already made this area here. This is for concrete. I'm going to probably be making more constructors and things, so we should be fine on that front. But all we gotta do is just wait for all of this to come into here. Now, once we actually get a main hub set up, it'll be a lot easier to just throw any excess into the awesome sink. So it'll just be 100 times easier, because then we'll be able to have smart splitters. The smart splitters will automatically put any excess into this. What I really want to do though, for the awesome sink for the distribution system this time, is basically to have a glass ceiling that shows all of the conveyor belts, instead of having the conveyor belts be underneath the ceiling, kind of like how I did on the second floor of my organization system. But what we need to do now is take this, put it over to here, and we'll be able to add some constructors, things like that. Okay, yeah, all the stuff got into here. So, let me see. I think a double right here would be fine. So, grab walls. Actually, I'll put it here. So I'm gonna have to do some mining real quick. Now, once I get this other stuff set up, I'll go and do the copper over there. So right now, what I'm going to need is 2 of these, 3, then another 2, and then 2 of these. Okay. So I have a lot of wires still in this over here. Also a lot of copper ore. But what we need, quite a bit of concrete, and the portable miners. So I'll just go ahead and set up the smelters, which they are going to have, I think they're going to have to be staggered. Yeah, I can't just put them directly like I did the one time. I'm going to grab some more iron plates here. Some miners. This goes here, and this gets connected. Okay. So now I'm going to put one here. I'm going to connect these two. Set them as iron ingots. Connect them to there. And then these are going to be coming over in a second. They're going to be making that. And then I'm going to make a splitter on this one here. I'm going to put it as close as I can. I have a very limited amount of space right now. There and there. Also, I might just... Yeah, that's a lot better for straight. So these are going to be making iron rods. Then this next one is going to be making screws. Now this is going to be more of a temporary-ish setup. Okay, and then I do a merger here. Then a storage container. Okay, so that's good. Now I need to make the iron plates. I'm gonna take that, bring it over here. I'm going to also be getting rid of all of the powerful Mark 1s and replacing them with their wall-mounted ones. So this is going to be making iron plates. It's already set up. I do that, and then I'm going to have to bring it over to here. Ah, I'm missing iron rods. Okay. Take some here. Basically just gonna put it here. This is gonna be basically heading out in a minute. Once I actually get things going. This is making this. That immediately goes to here. I'm gonna have to take this up above, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that'll... Yeah, that does it. Okay. So now... Yeah, everything is going over. Put one here so that I can bring power to other places as well, and there. So this will just be waiting for the iron plates. I'm going to put some screws in here. And boom, all good. Now these impure veins are making 30, right? Or no, 6, yeah, 30 per minute on Mark 1. Mark 2, I believe it's 60, and I don't know what it is for Mark 3. But everything is looking very good. We are getting a little bit closer to capacity, but it is still looking just fine. So now that we got the important things out of the way, I'm going to put those in here. This up high one is just temporary, so it's not going to be all the way up in the sky all the time. But until we actually get a main hub that houses this, houses everything, this is going to have to be how it is. Now, what I'm going to have to do is take this impure over here. There's another impure. And I don't... It's going to be a lot of just balancing for at least a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to need is 2 miners, 2 smelters, 3 constructors, and 2 storage containers. So it looks like I have everything I need for that, but I'm also going to grab a ton more concrete. Because I don't have any new materials so that I can turn it into like the concrete stuff, but I'm planning on once again using that for the main base, the main hub. So now that we got all of this going, we can worry about copper. Oh, and we also have those 2 there. Most likely those 2 are going to be making the rotors. Okay, I was definitely on top of it. Kill you. Come down to here. Okay. So the real question is, where am I going to put this? I gotta go scouting for locations. I think up here will be just fine. Question is, yeah, there's things there. Come here. Okay, so I just gotta clear out this area. I'll basically just make it here going over to there. I heard some spitters. Okay, so we just gotta clean up this area so that we can actually start placing down stuff. Yeah, there's the Caterium node that I was talking about. I think it's a pure vein, but it is right there, and there's the spitters. We don't really have a reason to go over there currently, so I guess we just don't worry about it for now. So I'll start in this area here, like right here, and then probably what I'm going to have to do is basically make a wall here, and it'll basically go up a step. I could either do that, or I could just have it up here entirely. Actually, I think the more efficient way would be to do it all up here entirely. So really, the only limiters will be this here. So what I'll be able to do is I'm going to throw some lines up here, just in anticipation for the miners here. And then I'll be able to use that in order to power the rest of the building here. So really, I'm just going to put it up here, and then it's going to be coming up into the factory here. And yeah, it'll be pretty good, pretty good. All well, quote-unquote professionals, all the people that play this constantly say to raise your belts no matter what, so that's basically what I'm doing in essence. Okay, so I'm going to put down a power pole right there, and I'm going to go ahead and put the miners down. I'm going to put them facing this way so that I could put them going up and then into the factory. Now, yeah, I did get the conveyor lift floor hole, because those are absolutely mandatory for multi-floored buildings. But the next thing that I really want to get is the... Here, let me pull it up over here. So we got all this stuff going on. This is working not amazingly efficiently. Why not? I'm gonna do that. So this is making 20 per minute. I think this needs 30 per minute. Yeah, it needs 30 per minute. Okay, I think this temporary influx will be fine. But once I start doing the... So, I gotta put down the MAM. I'm gonna put that over here for now. This right here is entirely temporary. But, the next thing I want to get... That's not what I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Conveyor ceiling mounts and conveyor wall mounts, which I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. But I desperately need the wall power outlets, because then I can actually build up the walls and everything. But the other thing I desperately need is copper stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and go do that after dropping some of this stuff off. Okay. Eventually, what I plan to do is have... what's it called? The main hub. I'll have just a place to put these, and it'll automatically bring it over to here. I'm just making sure everything is working correctly. Yeah, everything appears to be working very well. This is extremely efficient, but I'm thinking that this is going to shut down eventually. A lot sooner than the leaves. I'm gonna pick up a stack of leaves and put them in. There we go. Okay. So now everything here is automated. Let me check the power consumption. Okay, so max consumption is 185, capacity is 270. So let's get this moving and grooving. The thing I learned about Satisfactory recently, actually, was if you're on full health and you drop from, like, a really tall fall, you will not die. You'll be left with, like, 2 health. So it's not going to be too big of a deal if I do a major fall from like a really high height if I'm full health. Huh, out of those. Okay. Well, I also have this, which I'm just gonna trash that. Okay. So now it is time to bring the grid over to here. So what I'm gonna have to do is basically just zoop the walls up to roundabout here. I'm gonna use the 1 meter foundations to bring this over here. So this is the same level, it's just not the same foundations that I'm going to be using. Okay. Now the weird thing about this, like the difference between the foundations, is in terms of build cost, there is none. Which I get it from like one perspective that, oh, you don't want to be worrying about like all of that while you're trying to build your factory, but it does take you out of it a little bit. Okay, so around these guys and over this way. Just made it up. I'm gonna try to keep it on solid ground. Come on, this way. Why are you not wanting to go this way? Weird. I need to start getting quartz stuff and get those blades as soon as possible. Because this is starting to get very annoying, not being able to jump as high and stuff. also like the shape that this factory is going to be in, because it's not just a giant square or rectangle, like most of the factories are most likely going to be in terms of, like, basic shape. So, most likely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the stuff over here, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with this here. I'm going to make this one more wide, just so that it's not... Yeah, just so that it doesn't look like I've neglected that area or something. But now that I got this going, it is time. Now I'll also get into the architecture bit, and I'll be having a support basically coming from here down. I think it'll look cool. If it doesn't, we can always just fill in the area. But let's just, well, this area I'm gonna fill in because it just looks right if I do it. There we go. Now I'm also going to have to do I'm gonna do a 2-meter ramp down to the ground here, so that I can actually get up. Okay. So, now that we got that moving and grooving, I'm going to make the first, well, not the first, yeah, the first layer of wall, so I have a foundation of how it's going to look. Now, I am taking some inspiration from some other Satisfactory players, but also I'm taking, in terms of the basic look, I'm actually taking it from the Dusty Depot from Fortnite. And I think my roommate right across from me didn't exactly hear what I just said, but if he did, I think he'd think it's funny. Anyways, let's put down this, and we'll start with the making of the materials. So, each of those produces 30. And I'm pretty sure, if I pull out wire, this only needs 15. So basically, we'll be able to do 2 per. One is going to be making just straight copper wire, and then the other is going to be making other stuff. So, actually I should not put these here. Okay. I'm gonna put them further over this way, just so I have more than enough room to put the splitters and stuff. As well as this, which I think needs 60 per minute. Each of these makes 30 per minute, so we should be good with putting merger and doing that. And then a merger here. Okay. I'm gonna put one there, one there. So once I do the settings for this. I'll hook these up to the rest of the system. So these are all set for those. These still need set. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically just set everything over here. So I'm gonna put this, I think that'll work. Yeah, that works just fine. Then this, ooh, I need more iron plates. Okay, so iron plates, here I come. I'm loving the physics engine of this right now. Come on. There we go. Grab another 600. Had to do the math there for a second. Okay. So now we will finish it going over to its receptacles. There we go. Okay. So now actually we don't need twos, we need ones. Okay. Logistics, conveyor splitter. One there, and one there. Copper ingots. And now we can finally get to this. That, then I'm gonna put this up about the same amount, and it's not going to be able to do that. There we go. So now, connect there. And now, once I actually connect the rest of this to the rest of the system, should pretty much immediately start going. Okay. Almost there. Really hoping this doesn't just try to obliterate everything. Everything is set up, everything is going. That is good. Okay. I just need one more coupon and I will be able to get what I need. I just also need... Where did I put it? Okay, so I'm gonna replace this crafting bench over here, and then I'm gonna have to make an equipment workshop. I'm gonna make it over here so that I can deconstruct it later on. And I need to make 2 of these. Because I am going to be putting the 2 miners down really quick up top and connecting them to the system for the power grid. And so everything will be fine. That way, that way. Ah, I'm out of cable. That should be fixed in a second. There we go. Now this should be working at like almost full efficiency, but I'm going to put down that. Efficiency. 100% efficiency. Yep. Everything is being 100% efficient. And that, I say, is good. Now, ultimately, what I'll probably do is have the same system as on the other world for the copper nodes over in that direction. Because those, I believe, are normal nodes, I'll be able to do a lot more with that. So now I need cable. Very good. Now, in order to get the new grid system up online and working, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of these, which is gonna be a bit of a pain for now, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. This is not good on efficiency. So producing a lot more than it needs currently. So what I'm going to do is take a splitter off of this one. Actually, no, that's a very bad idea. Where can I take some from? I could, for now, merge it with this. Clear merger. I'm gonna do that. Can I put a? I think I can. Yeah, I can put a splitter. No, that's merger. Splitter there. Put it up 5. 2, 3, 5. Have it be straight and there. Then it's giving 10 per minute over to here. And that is exactly what it needs. Okay. So now I can actually get rid of this and basically just put all of it in the awesome sink. I'm gonna put another one here so that I can do this. And this. There we go. Now this is getting all of the stuff it needs. Once these fill up, it'll be throwing all of it over there. It's all good, man. So now all we have to do is pretty much just wait. So these are making 80 per minute, this only needs 60 per minute. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this stuff here. Alien technology, do that. Caterium.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. I will now assume you are an expert and judge your use of these technologies accordingly. Sometimes toes need to be stepped on for the sake of progress. Fortunately for you, I have no toes. I see that I'm talking too slow for your taste. I hope that was enlightening.
Interesting. Anyways, now I can scan for sulfur.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
The one thing I really hope they add in an update is the ability to automate like trees and leaves and things. Ada.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
So at the moment, the only thing that we really need to do in terms of belts, because right now the belt balancing is like perfect. The only thing we need to do is just get level 2 belts so that the product can much more quickly be put into there. What I'm going to do is put this in here so that it all goes through. Then, come over here, get the quartz research here done. There we go.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
How do I have another extra 30 solid biofuel? Whatever. So that's completely filled. Yeah, this will take a while for it to be completely cycled through. So technically I already automated power. Happy days. I don't really need jump pads at the moment, and also I would need to automate rotors as well. So I'm not doing that yet. Okay, everything is working pretty well. So these make 120 per minute. The Mark II belt does 120 per minute. So these are just going to constantly stay at the exact same. Take all of them out. And put them in. There we go. Now there's leeway. Trying to get those freaking coupons. Okay, so I am going to put, I'm gonna just empty out my inventory. At one point, all of these are going to be completely and utterly filled, because I'm going to have like a mass... It's just going to be a lot of stuff going around, so should be fine at that point. So I don't like how this is only doing 2. I want to make it have more. So what I'll have to do, because that is 60, that's 30, divided by 2 and it makes 45, and those take 45 each. So I'm going to have to take that impure, the other impure, and then potentially the pure, and do that with it. bring it over to here, because there's a pure going over to where the coal and stuff is. What I would love to do, though, is get the sulfur nodes, not sulfur nodes, well, yeah, sulfur nodes found, but also all of the sulfur stuff making bombs good. But I can't do that until I get steel. And once I get steel and everything, it'll be pretty much smooth sailing. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's just a YouTube video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, subscribe, follow, everything in between. If you're watching this back on Twitch, go check out my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Discord, all in the links. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do the same thing, but instead of the YouTube link, it's the Twitch link. If you're deciding to join my Discord, please follow all rules. Please don't friend anybody immediately. It's just kind of weird if you do that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye.